Hello, all my crafty friends. Welcome back. So, we're going to make some pockets for our fall journal. And these are the paper pads I'm using. I'm going to use these 6x6. This came from, this is Joann's. This I got at a scrapbook store. It is by, that company. And then these two, this is Michael's and this is Joann's. So those are the paper pads I'm using. These are cardstock. Some of them are cards, most of them are all cardstock. I also found scraps of this, which I have no idea where they came from. So I started one that was kind of fun. It's a good size. Like, look at that. You can fit a lot of fun stuff in there. And if you glue it on one side of one, you have another pocket. So I'm going to put these on the side. And we are going to make one of those big ones. And I think what we're going to do is, I think we're going to use one of these pattern papers. Now, I only cut it at 6 inches, which works great for that size. Let me pull in our journal and I will, let's see, where did I put the journal? But yeah, see, like that's going to fit really nicely. And this is one that I would probably, like the bigger ones and stuff, probably put on here and then just, that way they're still writing. There's something pretty on there, you know. There's a pocket right there and they can still do some writing and stuff. And I'd probably distress it so there's a little bit there. All right. So what you're gonna need is a cutter of some sort. Use scissors if you want, doesn't matter. I will be using a bone folder that's 6 inches. And then we're going to make the same one I just did. I wanted to show you guys how I do that. So the other thing we're going to need, or you can use a different form to do this if you want. So I'm going to put this here, take my bone folder and just do 2 passes just to get a good crease. Here we go. And now, I'm trying to remember, fold it. You always want to fold towards this bump part. All right. So I'm taking it up here and I am just doing a 1/4 on each side. So again, you're going to want to do 2 passes. And there we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is literally cut on that. And we're going all the way down to right there. And then we're going to cut that at an angle. We're going to do the same with this. And then we're going to fold this in. And I always have to be careful when folding these in. But here we go. So you have 2 options with these. Option 1 is there you go. You glue these down and it goes along here. Option 2 is you cut these a little bit thinner and it goes in the back. The only difference is if you put it like this, then you can get more stuff inside here. But before I glue it, and I think this is bigger than what I did my other one. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll see. But it still looks cute. It'll be adorable. There we go. Okay, so you want a good firm on these. Okay, I'm going to take my glue and carefully back part and just go straight up. And if the glue seeps, you don't want it to get on your paper, so I really should move this. And I'm just giving this a really good press with this bone folder on this side. And then I'm going to flip it around and do it on the other. And now you want to take whatever ink you want to use. I'm just using Distressed Oxide Vintage Photo, sorry, because it's right there. And I want, here we go. I'm just going to use this as a background. So. I'm lifting this up and just getting the inside of this area right here. Here we go. And now get around the rest of it. I hope everyone is doing fabulous. I'm good. Keeping busy. We're back into outfitting band and orchestra still. All right. So if you want to, you know, you always want to test, like, figure the width of your page on the width of this. This is a little bit thicker than what I did the other one, but it's still going to work really good. So now I'm going to take that same paper and this paper. Move those two at the side, and we are going, I'm going to make a belly band style pocket. Because these are cardstock, I don't need to fold them over. So what I'm going to do is I want the, there we go. So this is going to be the bottom layer, this is going to be the top, and it will be a pocket, a side pocket. So when you do that, you want to double check, like, okay, which paper do I want? Do I want it on one of the bigger papers? Do I want it on one of the little papers? Because these are different sizes. So you kind of want to, if you're making your ephemera while you make your book, you want to think about that kind of stuff. All right. So I'm going to use the top edge, this edge, and use this as, so it has a little decorative. And we'll use this for something else. All right, so we are going to now just take our root cutter, which is right up here. And this is going to be like a double belly band. So let's make it about this width. And I think we're going to put it on one of the smaller pages. So we're going to go with, those are 8.5. So we're going to go about 8 1/4 down. Oh, I'm going to put this on here so I know, let's see, we're going to, so I'm putting it right up here so I can see where I want to rip this for the other side. That looks good. And now we're going to cut this down to 8 1/4. We are just going to glue those ends, and there's our double belly band. But first, let's ink this up. One end, then another end. Try to get it in the center and press them down. Now you can totally stitch and add decorative stitching on here, but I'm not going to do that right now. All right, let's put that aside. So I don't lose the ones we've done. I'm going to put those aside. Okay, the next pocket we're going to do is, actually I think we're going to, let's just do a side pocket. This will be a double. So we're just going to glue along the sides. Sorry about that. That was my kiddo. So here's our side pocket, and then it has 2. Okay. Now I'm going to take this one, and we are going to let's do this pumpkin. No. Yeah, those will match. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down. Let's see, how thick is this? How wide? It is about 4 1/2. Okay. So we're going to cut this down to 4 1/2. And actually right between here is a little bigger than 4 1/2. Perfect. We're going to make a double pocket with this. Ugh. And so what I'm going to do is don't want it this tall, so let's trim this just a tad, and then we're going to trim the others. First I did a little bit over, yeah, this needs to be chopped just a little. Look at that tiny sliver. And then we're going to make this about, let's say 6 1/2. And now we're going to cut this about, let's do 6 1/2. And I'm just going to angle this whichever way I want, like right on that corner, and just, you know, if you want a big angle, go up like this, and there's your big one. If you want a smaller one, I'm going to do a little smaller one. And there is our pocket. And now look at that. I made that too big. That's okay. That just means we will trim it down, right? All right, there we go. Now what I'm going to do is take this. No, that's not big enough. That's the other. Oh, here. This one is what I was looking for. We're going to take this and just cut a little bit and add another pocket right there. So I'm guessing, let's do a 2-inch. If we don't like that, we'll cut it down again. But actually, I like that. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to switch inks really quick because I think this pumpkin scone one would work really good. So I bought this a while ago and I've hardly used it. There we go. So that gives us a pocket down here and a pocket up here. And really pretty because it's all altered. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this paper . I'm going to fold it over. I like using regular paper for this type of stuff, or a book page. And we're going to go up so far. And then I'm going to go in a little. Here we go. But before I glue that down, we're going to take this and just add a tad bit of color. So we're going to glue this down. And oops. And it's okay that that ripped. Okay, because it's literally glued down. All right, now we're going to glue this, and we're just going to get right near the edges. And we're going to go up. There we go. And there is our pocket. But what I would do on this is also do a poke right there. Oh, I didn't glue it all the way up. Okay. There we go. So we're going to do a different pocket because this is a pretty big one. So we're going to be able to use these. And I love using double-sided paper for this. Let's use this. It is different. We are going to cut this top off. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is, we want this even, and because you cut the top off, it's not going to be fully even. Okay, apparently this 6x6 paper pad is not making the 6x6 actual paper. That's okay, we'll trim it. So I'm going to take my bone folder and get a really good crease, okay? And now because this is not straight, because I cut that top off, but who wants that top? So this technically is not a 6x6 paper pad. Then you're going to flip it over and chop this, but you need it even for it to look right. So you can totally use any type of 12x12 cardstock and cut it down and make it bigger. It really doesn't matter. The next step, we're just going to fold this right in half. And in between each of these, you want to give it a good press. Now I'm going to fold this and see how I am like literally folding it a little over. So it's just a tad over, and then I'm going to go down. And then I'm going to take this and put it right inside this little nook. And so it's a little over. And I'm just finger pressing that. Now I'm going to go down with the bone folder and give it a really good crease. So when you glue this, you want to put a little dot in here. And see, I don't put a whole lot of glue in there, because that's you don't want to glue that whole thing, because you want to make use of these pockets. So this is giving you like 2 pockets right there, a pocket right here. And then if you glue it down, you would have a pocket like up there, but I wouldn't do that. I would just use those because that's a lot of pockets. Now I will lightly glue all around down here. And then take my bone folder and press it. Here we go. And then we just put it in the heap and we will decorate that. Okay, the other kind I like to make is let's take this one. And we are going to chop off that little bit. And since I can't see a line to cut, we are just going to vaguely right there. There we go. So here's the other one we're going to do. And I've showed this before. So we're going to fold it in half. There we go. And then fold it in half. And we're going to open it up. And I'm going to fold in this and fold in this. One needs to be bigger than the other. And we're going to cut right along this side, and hopefully this works because it has been a while since I've made this. Yeah, it'll work. No. Okay. Yeah, we're good. There we go. Probably should have did it reverse, but it's still really cute. So. And then I always cut this weird, so I always have to trim this before I glue it. And then you just glue this whole back on. And yeah, technically you'd want to glue these down, but I didn't. So that's okay. But you still work. I mean, you have your tag right here. You have a pocket right here. So, and like we can take one of our cute little clusters, although this is like really big cluster. You want a smaller one, like a tinier cluster. I don't think we made little clusters. I think all of our clusters are like overly huge. Oh, here's a smaller one. You can put it right there and decorate it if you want to use the clusters we made. That one's actually kind of better too. Anyways, we're not doing that with these, but let me throw these over here for decorations, the other ones. All right, so let's see, how many do we have so far? We have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not bad. So we're going to decorate this, and I'm going to put you guys on fast forward while I do that. All right, so we are done. So we have this one. And then this little corner. Really love these. So when doing things like this, you can take out the fussy cut pieces of paper and use it as ephemera pieces. And they work really good. Of this one. I'm not sure if I like this one yet. I don't think the colors match, but those kind of, yeah, I don't know. But it is what it is. I might not use that one in the book. But we have this little belly band, and I love how that turned out. We have this one and then this little one. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and think of subscribing. I really appreciate that. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you. You guys rock. Bye.